to see one of my favorite games get run by one of my favorite runners. Coming up right now, we've got the Haxer with Super Mario Bros. 3. All right, welcome everybody to the Super Mario Bros. 3 100% run. I'm the Haxer, I'll be your runner today. And today I'm joined by two good friends of mine on commentary. I've got Oglib. How's it going,
Hi.
Oglib? And I've got Grand Pooh Bear as well. Some of you may recognize him.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Olá, olá pessoal, boa tarde.
Oh, hi.
Vou sair aqui entrando de host pra não deixar essa race passar em branco aqui.
Lost to you in races in this category at some point, haven't we?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited to have you guys on the virtual couch with me and involved with this because, you know, you guys are good people. So, yeah, 100%. You're probably asking yourself, what does that entail for Mario 3? Well, that's a great question. So 100% requires completion of all the numbered levels, the fortresses, the Hammer Brothers, the castles, the Piranha Plant stages in World 7, and the hands in World 8. So anything else not required. I don't have to go to mushroom houses because you can technically get all of them, but it's kind of a weird convoluted route. And then as well as the card games, and it's also kind of tedious to go for that stuff. So,
Bom, aparentemente o que inicialmente era planejado para ser uma race de Mario 3 100% vai ser só uma run pelo The Haxer. Ele está explicando que os requisitos para jogar 100% nesse jogo são todos os níveis, todas as fortalezas, as mãozinhas no oitavo mundo e agora não me lembro se inclui também os inimigos que caminham pelo mapa, mas não inclui nem as casinhas do cogumelo lá para pegar itens, nem os joguinhos de cartas lá.
That happens every single time when you run Mario 3 in anything.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they just add something on the screen, you know? Just how hard is that? But, you know, I guess this is what it is. So, is there anything you guys want to add before we get started here and you count me down?
I just want to add that if you don't go for third door or Jesus clip, regardless of what happens, we will spend the rest of the run ridiculing you. So
we'll have plenty of time for that.
Yeah, if you in fact, if there's a clip that is doable, I definitely want to see at least an attempt. That's all I'm saying.
All right, sounds good. I'm ready when you guys are.
I don't know, man.
Alrighty. All right, who's counting me down? Who wants the honors?
I'll do it. I'll count you down. All right.
Do it.
All right, we're counting them down in 3, 2, 1, go!
3, 2, 1, começando.
Scariest level right away.
1-1, actually a very scary level. All of World 1.
Yes.
Very difficult to optimize.
Yes.
The Mario 3 is like, hey, let's throw all these new things at you that you've never seen before, and it's all great, but the levels are super short, so they have to cram everything into these really, really small spaces. So actually optimizing World 1 is one of the most difficult things to do in the entire run.
Yeah, I think a lot of players, when they start Mario 3 especially, they start with World 1. You know, naturally you start with World 1.
Right.
And it almost discourages so many players, but I promise you guys, like, there are a lot of easier worlds than World 1.
A galera comentando que o mundo 1 não é o mundo mais fácil. A dificuldade de se manter P-Speed, porque talvez os devs queriam colocar muita coisa para mostrar o que o jogo novo tem de novo, e as fases são meio apertadas.
And this level, you don't play in too many categories, but this is one of the hardest levels in the game, actually, believe it or not. And that's what you get right there. See, I told you. We're just having a casual stroll.
Didn't see anything.
Hanging out.
Definitely
to my Let's Play channel.
Axor perdeu o P-Speed ali, terminou o level andando na maior calma.
Right. We promised auto-scrollers. I know we've had 3 levels without one. Don't worry. We've got one in 1-4. And it's exciting.
E nosso primeiro auto-scroller, super divertido, todo mundo adora isso, né?
I'm going to be able to hear to see whether or not you get the one-up glitch. I'm gonna set this up so that when you get it, it's really great. But Haxor's going to pick up a leaf for a little bit later on in the world, and can actually do a tail whip just at the right time when he collects the 1-up, and it plays like an extended 1-up sound. Let's see if he can pull it off here. It is frame perfect, because everything in this game is frame perfect.
Right. It seems to be a little before you actually grab it, too, for whatever reason.
Unfortunate. Unfortunate. That's okay. You tried. You tried. We said try. So the other thing he's going to be doing here is adjusting his coins there. You see he got to that multiple of 11 plus 1. That's really important, or something we'll talk about during some other auto-scroller, because we'll have time. But just keep a track of Haxor's coins. He'll be messing with them throughout the run.
Yeah, you end up with a pretty standard amount of coins. Another thing that I do that maybe not everybody else does, I do a lot of point manipulation. I know exactly when I'm going to end up breaking blocks in the run, so I try to stay on specific point values as well.
And the reason they do that is simply because the airship, you can turn a Hammer Brother into an airship in certain worlds, and you don't want to do that. It costs a lot of time, especially in 100% where you can't avoid the airships regardless, because you have to play it. So
shout out to the wizard, by the way.
Alright.
Terminando aí a Fortaleza pegando o apito, muito embora ele vai jogar todas as fases e, portanto, não vai usar o apito, ele finaliza a fase mais rápido pegando ele. E o lance da Coin Manipulation aparentemente é para evitar alguns eventos que acontecem no mapa, onde Hammer Bro pode virar airship.
So if you have a tail and you take off and you jump with P-speed, the game actually starts a timer, and once that timer runs out, you just completely lose your P-speed. Whereas if you're Big Mario or anything else, you can actually maintain that P-speed as long as you're moving. So unless you need to fly in this game, you generally just want to have either Fire Flower or something else like that.
That level's scary.
Nice little Clark Kent there.
Lembrando também que chegando nesses finais de fase, ele sempre tenta pegar o menor, não pegar os mesmos desenhos, né? As 3 estrelas, 3 flores no final, para evitar de pegar vários one-ups, já que isso também perde tempo.
But hey, it looks like Haxor's on to the first airship, and you know what that means? We've got time for donations.
That's so good, because we have got a ton of donations coming in.
We'll have time to read them all throughout this run. So.
Mais pouco de auto-scroller aí no primeiro airship.
We'll get to your donation. Yes.
We've got a $500 donation from Nintendo PC, who says, tried to donate this towards Odyssey, but I guess you
no chat enquanto isso aí.
Which is a good intro to tell you guys that we did indeed meet the 60,000.
A Durt perguntando se ele é o WR. Não, o recurso mundial nessa categoria, e aliás, acho que em praticamente todas as categorias é o Meat Flower Power. O Haxor, acho que ele é o 9º ou 10º na categoria 100%.
Donation from Pete and Kate. They don't leave a comment, but thank you guys so much for your generous donations.
Thanks, Pete and Kate.
$1,000 from Matt Party Hat, who says, super happy to see this event come together at a time when we really need it.
Aí, Dino, o lance eu acho que não é que as moedas influenciam, o que influencia é a pontuação e você ganha ponto pegando moeda. Ele mencionou que ele também faz na rota dele optar por quais blocos quebrar ou não, então acho que é mais a ver com a pontuação do que com as moedas. Oi, Adurt, não, na verdade eu não corro, eu estou aqui de host só por falta de pessoal mesmo. Meu speed game do coração é Dandara.
Yeah, the whole being able to move in all these different directions besides right really blows my mind. Yes.
Yeah, we're all about, up, down, right, sometimes left, like, yes,
even left
too.
Even left is a struggle, man.
Yeah, like right here, man, I have to, pressing left, that hurts inside. Actual pain.
Yeah. I mean, you actually are going to go left, though, in one of the levels here in 100%, which is one of the fine find moments of this run that you don't get to see normally.
Bom, enquanto mando F5 aqui, essa é a Corona Relief Done Quick Play. Ela tá acontecendo desde ontem ou anteontem e vai até hoje à noite. É para angariar fundos para uma organização não governamental que está aí trabalhando com auxílio a pessoas em situação de emergência. No caso, a nossa emergência do momento é o coronavírus. E agora que o meu time voltou, ele já está terminando a fase 2-2. Muito bom. Não tem ideia do que aconteceu.
Alright, so now we're in the first fort that Haxor is going to actually beat. And this is another real strong usage of Fire Flower. When he gets to the Boom Boom fight, he can actually kill Boom Boom with 5 fireballs instead of having to jump on him 3 times. So as much as you can, you want to have a Fire Power or maybe even a Hammer Suit for the Boom Boom kills.
Yeah, that's a good point. There's a lot of little time saves you get from having a flower. Yes, there could be obstacles in the run.
Chegando aí no mais uma fortaleza. Ele provavelmente vai querer manter essa a flor de fogo aí para matar o bumbum mais rápido.
The micro time saves really add up, so
Esse Fire Kill seria a melhor coisa a se fazer em praticamente todos os bosses aí. Talvez perca pra Hammer Suit, mas isso só vai acontecer lá na frente, se possível. Vem fazendo aí o primeiro Hammer Bro, sem muito segredo.
I didn't see that.
Nobody saw that.
Yeah, that was an RNG
right there. A strat aí de matar o Boomerang Bro com a estrela é majoritariamente para economizar aquele tempo, porque quando você mata um Boomerang Bro, normalmente ele tá com o Boomerang no ar, esse Boomerang ele tem que sair da tela antes da fase acabar. Se ele mata o Boomerang e o Hammer Bro com a estrela ao mesmo tempo, o Boomerang Bro ao mesmo tempo, ele ganha tempo. E aqui temos a fase do Sol Nervoso. Angry Sun.
That's actually not a big deal. There is another Fire Flower in the airship, so as long as I enter that as big, I'm good. Also, the boss pattern, believe it or not, is actually easier as well. So I'm not
all part
too
of the plan.
I wasn't lying with the RNG manip, you know what I mean? I was being truthful about this.
Absolutely.
One thing I love about 2.5 is it's a stage there's a lot of correct answers in terms of getting to it the fastest. So everybody has their own little spin on it. So it's always fun to watch somebody do something and go, oh, that's not going to work. And then it works out just fine. Like you get scared, but everything's okay.
Yep.
And now in the pyramid, this is probably one of the most technical stages early on in the run. They put up these walls that you need to get through by either using a tail or kicking shells like that. Axel's going to actually crouch underneath and jump through while the shell is going through in order to get through really quickly. And there's a nice little turnaround kick. Very, very nice pyramid.
Yeah, I know my chat's going to be excited about that because, you know, we're not having randomizer flashbacks here, so it's all good. So it's very important I know this is the hammer because you don't want a music box here. This is not the place the music box.
Yeah, he's got to go over and fight this Fire Bro because this is 100%. But if he would have accidentally used the music box, he would have had to take a couple of deaths before the bros would wake up in order to fight them.
Nice bonk right
more RNG manipulation. Yeah, no, that's totally part of the run.
And just to talk about that, you heard him bonk right there on the overworld. Overworld movement is actually wildly important to the highly optimized runs at this point. It's something that, you know, it's really boring to practice. It is, but it is a huge time save when it comes down to it. Because each time you bonk is about a half a second.
Yeah. And the same thing, like when he was talking about making sure he knew he had the hammer, that's one of those things that, like, if you can menu half a second faster, that's going to be a lot of time, honestly.
Exactly. Yeah, that's part of the reason we use the star in this world, too, is it simplifies a lot of our menuing coming up in the run. So it's a lot of just one input menuing, which is really convenient and really quick. On top of it, actually does save time. So, you know, it's kind of a useful thing. Now, you don't have the extra safety star, which can be kind of unfortunate depending on what happens, but we have other strats. There's backups for backups.
And Mario,
hey, we're on an airship.
Yeah, Mario 3 is pretty much an RPG in that aspect, by the way, the menuing.
Yeah, basically.
But we got time for a donation real quick, if you want to go.
Recuperando aí a Fire Flower que ele perdeu, vai precisar dela pra novamente acelerar a luta contra o E Outscroller, dando doações. Galera pedindo pra doar pra garantir que vai rolar a run de Mario Odyssey, tem incentivo.
I feel compelled to say we're here to save lives, so I mean, why stop at animals? Which is a good introduction to the fact that we just opened a new donation incentive for the upcoming Super Metroid run. You can vote, of course, to kill or save the
falando nisso, abriu o incentivo do Save or Kill the Animals para run de Metroid.
No,
I do. Yes.
Save the frames.
I love animals.
Yes. I mean, here's the thing. If you want to see the animals die in a Super Metroid run, just go turn on any random Metroid run any day of the week, you know? Only at Games Done Quick can you see them saved. Only, well, I mean, or, you know, anywhere else that gets run where someone decides to do it. But you get what I'm saying, you know?
I can't believe you guys are so against.
Aliás, checando aqui, o incentivo do Mario Odyssey foi alcançado. Teremos uma run de Super Mario Odyssey.
Firsty.
I'm not against speed. I am pro entertainment, Glib. That's what I am.
That's fair. So Haxor just got a 1-frame jump there that lets him skip just a little bit of time. It's like the smallest time save ever, but you gotta pop off for it because it's dope.
Assim, a galera que controla a stream já foi informada que o título da stream tá errado, tem que esperar aí alguém com permissão de moderador pra vir e corrigir.
All right, so
I swear that thing saves like 2 or 3 frames at most. Really
at least.
Yo, those frames add up, man. All the frames add up.
3-1. A execução dessa fase é muito linda de se assistir.
That P-Speed strat is so dumb. I don't think you understand how hard that is. It just may look free.
That was amazing.
What, all you gotta do is wait for the wood block to be at a specific point and then do the smallest possible jump at the end of the platform and then, you know, just do the perfect jumps from that point? That's not hard, right?
That's it. Just don't mess up.
No, legit. I mean,
they're all blind jumps.
He's being modest, so we'll talk him up here. Legit, 3-2, even for the most veteran of players, is always a problem level. And that was an incredible route through it. And then, you know what? 3-3 is underrated hard, too.
It is.
Yeah, that's one of those, since the level moves up and down, if you make one little tiny mistake, everything's gonna get thrown off.
Yeah, there's really no backwards
really, we're just, the hammer bro. I was building up for this, and then the hammer bro gets in the way, and it's a water bro.
Wow. I know,
I'm trying to build up third door right here, and
it was a lower battle, though.
That's fair, that's fair.
Third door is
bangs.
Alright, this is the dopest trick in the run. Haxor's gonna nail it first try, here we go. Oh, they patched it.
He meant second try
though.
Second try is gonna nail it.
Second try.
Yeah, second try is gonna nail
it. A trick aí é que ele tem que apertar pra cima no frame que ele volta pra... que ele sai na outra sala pra poder entrar na porta de novo e pular aí um pedaço do castelo. Também não foi second try.
Because everything in this game is frame perfect.
That's right, we got it.
You could go back into the door and go straight to Boom Boom, saves you running over to this little part. We bullied Haxor into doing it.
Ele fez do jeito chato.
I don't normally like swag, but I appreciate the attempt.
I appreciate the attempt as well.
A run não vai ser validada, eu sinto muito.
Again, the respect to my peers, it's worth it.
Worth it.
Worth. Alright, so rolling into 3-5 here.
Próxima fase aí com P-Wing pra não perder tempo nadando, que é muito chato.
Good spot for a P-Wing and just kind of fly over all the stage. Ooh, I'm getting hung up on that block. Hate to see it.
You do. And yeah, the Hammer Bro kind of packed his bags on this one, so normally you'd want to fight him before.
Aí o stutter ali no final da fase dá uma desacelerada, porque senão, se você chega correndo, você sempre pega a estrela, né? E ele não quer repetir as cards que ele pega no final da fase.
It's lesser than it would be in a category like Warpless or All Forts.
Yeah.
Or
it's literally what we say in Discord to con the new runners into playing this game.
Exactly.
You know?
It's like, no, 100%.
100%'s fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, the time losses are much less. I'd say there's more that matters in terms of RNG because we're counting hammer bro movements, you know, whether this guy runs away or not. Yeah, it gets kind of crazy from that aspect.
I don't think you lose the big chunks like you do in
6-6, mais pouquinho de auto-scroller aí.
Yeah, but at the end of it, you realize, like, oh man, that was a really bad RNG run, you know? Like, yeah, when you're like 35 seconds down and ran a perfect run, you're like, whoa, what just happened?
So we got another auto-scroller 3-6. This one's actually pretty fun though. There's a lot of swag you can do with how the screen scrolls, and you can shoot a fireball through that guy. Yeah, it's good times. So like honestly, this is probably one of my favorite stages to run, just because of how much fun you get to have, and you don't have to worry about messing up too much. There is, I don't know if you go for it or not, but there is a little P-speed strat you can get at the end in order to...
I do go for it. I'm not going to because if
I'll give you this one because like you save like half a second or lose 2 minutes or something stupid if you mess it up.
The problem is, Glib, you just set him up to look bad. You know what I mean? You got to pretend like there is no P-speed strat right there. You know?
Can't be done.
Yeah.
Hey man, when I go for world record attempts, I go for the task strats. Then obviously, you know, because
this is for charity. All right, 3.
So you didn't want to get a world record for charity? Is that what you were saying? Is that what you were insinuating?
I kind of feel like it was dead when I missed the door 3 the first time, but I think we kind of beat the dead horse when I missed it the second time.
No.
So now we're getting some kind of bonus content that you don't normally see in Warpless. The right-hand stages of World 3. Nice little super swim there to get in that pipe real quick. 3-7 and 3F2. A couple of fun little stages. The one swimming fort in the entire run. But it actually isn't too bad. There's some great little...
Curiosidade pra galera, esse é a única fortaleza onde você nada na run.
This is the one stage that anybody can speedrun. For sure. You could load up the game, play this stage a couple times, and you could probably just do this.
Oh, is this your vote for easiest stage in the game?
Como não tem muito segredo, esse é o estágio que qualquer consegue fazer.
Stage in the game, but this one's pretty close.
With the firstie, it's easiest?
Yeah, 3-1.
He hits firstie one time, and now it's just easy stage.
Yeah, I don't know if 3-1's the easiest, dude.
What would you say is the easiest?
I'd probably say the sun.
I know what Glib is.
Sun level.
It looks really hard, but...
Wait, Glib, I always thought you like 5'8"
We don't talk about 5'9".
or... Yeah. Yeah.
Meanwhile...
Oh, but you're gonna get to see it.
Meanwhile, 3-8, that's another one of those stages where the level moves up and down, so it can be very tricky if you mess anything up. And you also have Boss Bass ready to kill you at any one moment. And hey, you finally get to fight the Hammer Bro. Hey, at least you got a lower pattern, so, you know... You got that going for you.
I did. When you look over and you should already be on the airship. It feels bad, man.
Alright, 3-9, really fun stage here. Nice little precise movements for a nice little H jump. Love to see it.
Yeah, believe it or not, that Hammer Bro lost me about 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Just based on how he moves. And that's Mario 3.
Every movement gives you about another half second, so if he's sitting down there giving you 2 movements for 5 stages in a row, the time's just going to build up really quickly.
More RNG manipulation there.
Just manipulating your Wendy pattern.
Oh, man. Oh, Mario 3.
What a game.
I know, right? The best. The best.
Hey,
mais pouquinho de auto-scroller aí.
We all know what that means.
Nesse meio tempo, perguntaram no chat qual é o tempo do número 1 nessa categoria. É 1h10, alguns segundos ali, 3, 5 segundos, não lembro bem, pelo Meet Floor Power.
I'm too late donating to Odyssey, but next GDQ, can we maybe have an Odyssey minimum captures run? $10 from Joe Tessman.
No.
E vale notar que essa categoria ela é bem competitiva. Se você olhar, tipo, os 10 ou 9 primeiros tempos estão tipo 1h10 e aí uma questão de segundos, entre alguns segundos e 50 e poucos segundos.
All right.
$10
E os time losses aí são complicados, às vezes a RNG, eles comentaram um pouco mais cedo que o padrão de movimento do Samer Bros, nesse mundo que ele passou aí, perdeu 10 segundos pra ele, porque os Samer Bros ficaram andando um monte, e cada vez que eles andam, você fica parado no mato esperando o Samer Bros se mover.
$50 from Hope.
Chegando aí na luta da Wendy.
My allowance during the SMB3 run, which is definitely my favorite. Great work, GDQ community. It's great to be involved in supporting people at a time like this and save those animals.
Os boss fights nesse jogo não são muito impressionantes, mas...
Yo, thanks, Hope.
That's a nice little fire kill there.
Yeah, thanks everybody donating.
Yeah.
That was a very good fire kill. And she did give me the scary pattern where she hops forward and gives me less space to do it. Because marathon luck, clearly.
It was the bonk. You set it up.
It was the bonk, I know. Dug my own grave there.
Alright, World 4 has an absolutely slapping soundtrack where we're going to hear absolutely none of it.
Yes.
Because Axler's just going to be going to levels real quick, but I always have to point it out because it's so good. And this is also one of those worlds I think
Mundo 4 aí com os inimigos gigantes.
Casually.
Oh boy. That beautiful 4-1 P-Speed strat right there.
Mandou bem demais a strat de P-Speed aí. Correu a level inteiro.
That's another one of those. Yeah, there's another. That's an extremely hard strat, and compared to the safe strat, it saves like what is a quarter of a second. So yeah, when you go for that, you're really putting it together in the run, for lack of a better term, right now.
Yeah, and I started going for that because I couldn't get the safe shell strat at all. And so I was like, well, if I can't get it, I might as well just do the hard strat. Because...
Going into 4-3 now, this is my favorite stage. I think, Pooh, this is yours as well. You styled on a bunch of kids one time in this stage, so... this is one of those stages that just has like a ton of really technical movement, and it all looks really sick when it all comes together. You just do a ton of different stuff and it looks really awesome.
Yeah, you definitely feel like this stage, like whoever, made this stage at Nintendo had speedrunning in mind.
Yeah, World 4's got some really cool looking P-Speed stuff and also some really hard stuff that hopefully I'm going to be able to pull off here, so...
Yeah, I'd say World 4 is probably my favorite world to run.
For me too.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it in 4-2, but that's even got some cool tech in there where you're despawning one of the piranha plants. Which I just kind of subtly did.
We're not trying to bore the kids with the tech, though. You know what I mean? We're trying to give them the swag here, Haxor.
Right.
4F1, really tough.
Speaking of.
Unless you're the Haxor, and then it's pretty free.
Oh! Beautiful.
Nossa!
Beautiful.
Haxor acertando o crouch jump ali pra escapar do Twomp. Oh, boa tarde, MC Fredinho. Beleza?
Everything goes wrong immediately and you cry. But now 4-4 is going to do a little bit of a jump here, manipulate this Lakitu, run over the top, and get some nice P-Speed off.
4-4, 4-4, usar o Lacto pra alcançar o alto ali.
And that P-Speed strat actually saves him.
Sem muito P-Speed strat quando você tá jogando na água, né?
It's a huge time save.
You want to swim as little as possible in this game. So 4-4 is one of those ones that
it also really makes it way easier too.
Yeah.
Alright, close fight against that bro.
So I didn't mention it, but I did music box early in this world to kind of freeze the first hammer bro to hopefully prevent a lot of extra movements in the world. So that's just normal hedging your bets on like average RNG, I guess.
É verdade. Ele usou a Music Box no começo do mundo aí pra congelar o Hammer Bro e ter ali um tempo sem ter que se preocupar com ele se movimentar no mapa e gastar tempo da run.
It took a long time to find a P-Speed strat at the same time.
I didn't know if we would see it.
I was gonna say that it wasn't there, but then Haxor was like, I guess I'll just do it, so...
Oh, baby!
That is such a sick strat.
Oh my gosh! Whew. I know, that seemed to like normal people, that seemed like, whatever. another P-Speed strat, but legit, it is incredibly difficult to get P-Speed in that level. You have to manipulate every single frame that Mario's on the ground because of the way P-Speed mirror works. It's not actually how far Mario's running, it's when is Mario running at a certain frame do they add P-Speed on. So you have to literally be frame perfect.
A galera comentando que a P-Speed strat no level 5 lá é muito difícil. Tem que se manipular os frames em que o Mario tá no chão, por conta de que a forma que o jogo calcula se ele vai ganhar velocidade ou não é com base no tempo que ele tá correndo, mas sim se ele tá no chão ou não durante um certo frame. Tanto que é possível em alguns outros levels, você vai ver ele, por exemplo, correr em cima de uma gap e ainda assim ganhar mais velocidade. E enquanto eu falava disso, foi o castelo, nem vi.
Wait, you get what I'm saying. You guys get where I'm going with the putt. Yeah, right?
All of a sudden, I'm a chicken. All right, let's go.
Bok, bok, bok.
Well, if you guys like auto-scrollers, and I know we do, we've got the World 4 airship, which moves twice as slow as any other airship on the game, because
mais um airship aí. Esse mais lento do que todos os outros.
Let's go.
All right, I'm on it. Let's go. $5 from Anonymous, who says, thanks for the awesome weekend entertainment. $250 from another Anonymous donator, who says, 300K by the finale. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Ler doações, vamos interagir com o chat. Maki Lima pergunta se as lives da GDQ são sempre games antigos. Não, na verdade é misto. O pessoal submite o jogo que eles correm e a galera da GDQ monta aí uma schedule em cima do que enviaram para eles. Hoje mesmo, mais cedo, teve Ori and the Blind... Não, sorry, Ori and the Will of Wisps, que é um jogo novo, que saiu esse ano, pouco tempo atrás.
Nice.
$25 from Fango. Save all animals always. That includes Yoshi's, Grand Pooh Bear.
What? Yoshis aren't animals, they are tools. Thank you very much. We have no time to debate this. We got to read donations.
More donations. Here's one. $50 from the
Ming, o Mario Odyssey já alcançou incentivo. Vai ter sim.
That's how long this airship is.
$50 from Dread Dingo, who says, save the animals. $100 from Cameron.
As doações chegando lá pra galera Save and Kill the Animals.
Keep it up, guys. You're making a lot of people smile in a time when there isn't much to smile about. Cheers, Cam. $200 from Chibi Maria. Happy to support a great cause. And we've got...
So I'm glad that kill worked out, because that's where I lost the race against Mitch at AGDQ2020, by the way, by taking damage. That was the worst place I could have possibly taken damage.
Conseguiu a fire kill, foi nessa aí que ele perdeu a race que ele fez contra... Na verdade foi contra o Mitch, contra o Poo na última GDQ.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am not an official record keeper, but I think I have enough sway over here to pronounce that a new GDQ record. Oh, we got it. Great job, guys. Great job. Great job. Great job to everyone involved.
Couldn't have done it without Cardi. Couldn't have done it.
Oh, that was close. That's another one of those really tight P speeds. I was holding
one of my...
Não conseguiu pegar P speed.
It was the pit jump. I was a little early.
I hear that bro up top. I hear him moving.
Yeah, he's asserting dominance over the run already.
So that's probably one of the biggest spots of RNG, is that bro up in the sky. He can move around and move in between levels and give you 2 to 4 movements so many times before you can finally get to him. I think like optimally between like the worst and best RNG is like 25 seconds.
Yeah.
Just from that one bro.
Yeah, I've had runs where I didn't make a
o Hammer Bro que fica na nuvem em cima desse mundo, né? Ele fica se mexendo aí e você tá longe de pegar ele, né? Que você tem que fazer a torre primeiro, subir lá pra chegar no Hammer Bro. A galera comenta que você pode perder aí 25 segundos se pegar um padrão ruim dele se movendo entre as fases.
Getting movements of one in this world is insane. I've seen it a couple times. But
legends speak of movements of one.
I've heard whispers about it.
And we're probably not going to see one. We're not going to see a single one.
5-up-1, another one of those stages that just kind of all meshes together really well when it goes properly. You just dodging all those waffles and thwomps. Looks really sick.
Yeah, after the first jump, it's surprisingly like easy to speedrun for the most part, but that first jump, man, oof,
the first jump's tricky, but if you get it down, the rest of the level's pretty straightforward, and it looks dope.
It's one of those levels that's easier to speedrun than play casual too, you know?
I think so, yeah.
And here it is. We're going left, baby.
We're going left.
Nietzsche contando uma mentira do caramba ali, que esse castelo é mais fácil de fazer speedrun do que de correr, de jogar ela casualmente.
Got a really hard jump coming
up. That was a precise jump to keep his P-speed out of that pipe.
Nice. Beautiful.
Very nice 5-3.
Yeah. That's not an easy level by any means.
No dropped inputs. Yeah. Feels good. Yeah, I've actually clipped in a small Mario, and then you just take this slow death straight to the muncher, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's really sad.
Alright, so now Haxor is moving into the tower. Technically not a stage you can complete, but since we have to get to the second half of World 5 somehow, we have to go through here.
Fazendo a torre aí, a torre tecnicamente não é um estágio que você completa, mas tem que passar para chegar na segunda metade do mundo, né? Aí pegou, manteve a P-speed saindo do pipe, muito bom.
And again, we go left in this level.
Yeah,
but then we don't see it again.
And then we never do it again, ever. Miyamoto has fully explored that gameplay mechanic. I want to know how much time was spent on the boot though, like legit, like how many days did they spend programming in the boot? Programming in
the double jump mechanic, right? So it's got
it has a double jump mechanic in a level that doesn't have any pits. You know what I mean? So you never even find it. It's so weird. Oh man. Beautiful
another sick P-speed build right there. The top of World 5, a lot of the stages maybe aren't the most difficult, but they're extremely punishing, where if you make one mistake, you're probably jumping into a pit and dying. So this is one of those sections that's always nerve-wracking no matter what you're doing.
Yeah, you also desperately need Fire Flower up here. If you do not have Fire Flower up here, you're losing a ton of time.
Yep.
Yo,
there aren't too many places to actually grab it in World 5
Yeah, that's another problem too, yeah.
Yeah.
Eu tô comentando a dificuldade da segunda metade do World 5, que o jogo não colabora, ser extremamente punitivo e você não tem muitos locais onde você consegue, por exemplo, recuperar sua flor de fogo se você perder. E você quer muito ter sua flor de fogo. E mais um outro scrollerzinho aí.
At the expense of the Fire Flower, yeah.
Never see these enemies again in the entire game.
No, this is the only level on these guys. I just kind of threw whatever ideas they had left in World 5.
Right? This is the jump drawer of Mario 3 strats. There's some really cool stuff you can do with those Parabeetles and Kaizo. You can force people to not tail whip if you do like a tail Kaizo, because the tail whip will actually kill the beetle.
And you probably didn't see it there, but Haxor did just the tiniest of pauses right before that pipe. If you go in that pipe right away, you'll actually move all the way to the right into the death plane and die for no reason. Happens to everybody once, but once you know, you always give that little pause just to make sure.
Yeah, pipes have this weird acceleration thing. You can get fast or slow acceleration through them, and yeah, that's one of those cases. If you get to the fast acceleration, you take a death. That also can affect your boss pattern in some airships, unfortunately. So
comentando no pipe do final da fase anterior a essa, se você entrar direto vindo do final da fase, perdeu. Mas se você entrar direto no final da fase sem dar uma desacelerada, o cano te acelera pra frente e você cai no death plane e morre. E ele desistiu.
Also, that jump's impossible.
So that
Eu tinha certeza que ele ia insistir nele.
all of the level, but
Pelo menos umas 2 vezes, só o swag.
so slow that you only really save about 6 seconds if you get it, because you have to clip through all of that wall up at top.
Yeah, it's not much time.
Yeah, and as mentioned, a nice wall jump. Let's go. If you mess it up, you just die.
Pelo menos fez o wall jump de swag ali, já que não pegou o clipe. Esse clipe, ele salva tipo coisa de 6 segundos. Se você não fizer ele de primeira, talvez nem compense. E ele ainda perdeu a flor de fogo, que não é ideal, né?
Okay, I messed it up. I went for it. It didn't work though.
I saw it. Oh, you get to be small for this next stage?
Oof.
That'll be fun.
You hate to see it.
You hate to see it.
Easy
Nothing's ever gone
5
wrong.
nomes do Mario.
No. Nobody has ever died on their PB in 5.9.
This has got to be the hardest casual stage. Yeah, this has got to be the hardest casual stage.
It's an easy difficult stage.
Yeah.
This jump coming up is so awful. Like, why?
I don't know how this got past. Like, that is so tough. Now you got to deal with the fire spitters coming at you.
What?
No.
Does that mirror to that thing take a weird angle? All right, I'm just hitting the mushroom house. Let's just.
You hate to see it.
Dá pra pegar power-up ali aqui depois dessa.
Yeah. Hey, Haxor, good luck on your first attempt at 5.9.
I did not expect it to take that angle. Huh. Okay, well,
It's a little different.
you know, yeah, it happens, I guess.
So if we hadn't told Haxor to go to Jesus Clip, he would have a fire flower here and could have just killed that guy basically before he even got on stream.
Yep.
You know what? We'll take the blame.
Ela comentando que foi a peer pressure que fez o Haxor morrer ali. Se não tivesse enchido o saco dele pra ele fazer o clipe no castelo, ele teria chegado com a flor de fogo e não teria acontecido isso.
I'm mad.
You know what? Be mad at us. Ooh.
Yeah.
Am I gonna die again? And this is why you don't go for Jesus Clip.
Ninguém nunca morreu na 5.9 2 vezes também.
I need to pay attention there. That was a disaster. And...
É pior que esse level é difícil pra caramba. Casualmente eu já joguei, é complicado.
I can't say I've ever died on this stage.
You've never died on this stage?
Twice on. I can't say I've ever died twice on this stage. So, making a lot of firsts here. All right, stay on the left side of the platform, and then this is free. All right.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Gameplay.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, he's in.
Dude.
Acho que a partir de agora a gente nem pode mais falar que esse jogo, que essa fase é um auto-scroller, né? Porque no auto-scroller não tem como você perder tempo, ele perdeu muito.
You can tell I play that stage really often without fire, by the way.
Mas é isso aí, first try.
Coming up though. So
We do.
you want to get some donations in? Let's do it.
Do you think you can beat 9, man?
Go.
Oh, absolutely. What? Are you kidding me?
Go.
All right. $25 from Hey Zero. Really enjoying this Mario 3 commentary. $10 from Spidey Freak Show. I asked my daughter, and she said we should save the animals. $25 from DW Darling. Thank you, everyone, for putting this together. Being a frontline worker, I'm so glad I got the day off to watch these amazing runs. $9 from Prometheus. Here's $1 for every donation read during Airship 4. Also, kill the animals. And here's a bunch of donations with no comments. $25 from Razzle God. $10 from Wintermute. $50 from Jack's Gulch. $25 from Thomas 115. $50 from Peaches 208.
This pace.
And $1,000 from Andrew Prime.
Yo.
Wow. Those strats right there, though. The message skip. I haven't seen that one used in years.
$250 from Imperial Ace. Get good and save those animals. And $5 from Lat Mackey. Haxor, for shalt thou not count, neither count thou 2, excepting that thou then proceed to 3. RNG manipulation hype.
Yeah, thanks a
I'm
lot.
gonna toss one more in. $500 from Anonymous. My company generously gave us relief checks. Since I can still work from home, I figure others could make better use of this money. Thanks for the no-tail P-Speed tip. Always something new to learn about my favorite game.
Yo, is that a new donation?
Gotta go fast.
Did we do it?
What do we get there, chat?
Looks like, Luke, I'm seeing 12? 13 even?
Whoa. Yo, I'm just saying, donation reader, get ready for the World 7 airship, because that's a long boy.
Yeah. Oh, I'm in. Let's go.
Yeah, that's a long boy. And, you know, we've set in world records for most deaths in 5'9". We're setting world records for most donations read.
Batendo recorde mundial de mortes na 5-9.
I had to go for a backup there, which was a little weird. I'm not used to doing that either, unfortunately.
Dude, this is like Haxor practiced a whole lot of stuff, and then me and Glib like bullied him right before the run.
That I should know how to do. But the weird thing is, when you jump with a star, you kind of do the somersault, so I didn't get the early P-speed there that I wanted in that level, so it kind of made it a little difficult. Because yeah, you don't want to miss the platform. The way the Patuis work is they're on what's essentially is a boss timer, so as soon as I did the first, or made the first mistake in that level, they were just going to do random things from that point, so...
Yeah. Opa! Chegando aí.
E aí, Batossai, beleza? Como é que tá as coisas?
Tudo belezinha.
Ah, estamos com o Super Mario Bros 3 aí. E aí, galera que tá assistindo. Todo mundo seja bem-vindo. Quem não está aí, seja bem-vindo. Tem alguém aqui comentando em BR? Tem alguns aqui, tem alguns. Tem o Batossai, tem eu. O que você entende de Super Mario Bros 3? Então, eu também.
Você corre pra direita e pula, né?
Então, ó, acho que a gente pode descrever aqui o rolê pra eles. Olha, você corre pra direita, e aí depois você pula, e aí depois você corre pra direita, depois você pula.
De vez em quando tem uma coisa assim pra dar uma variada, aquelas fases que você vai pra esquerda, tipo a torre, mas fora isso...
Ah, não, e você também dá a cabeçada em blocos, ou soco, depende do ponto de vista aí. Brincadeira. Mas eu tô vendo que é 100%. Eu nem sabia que tinha 100% no Super Mario.
Eu já tinha visto race disso, mas completamente fora da minha área de atuação aí.
Uhum.
Aliás, era pra ser uma race essa, né? Parece que depois que eles deram pra trás que o Mitch não pôde participar.
Putz, o Mitch Firepower?
Então, inicialmente na schedule... Inicialmente na schedule tava que era a race do Mitch contra o Haxor.
Ah, deve ter dado algum problema com a internet, alguma coisa assim. É aquela coisa, eles estão fazendo de casa, né, provavelmente.
Tem sempre a dificuldade essa de fazer uma maratona assim, né?
Sim, é aquela coisa, né, tipo, cada setup é diferente, né, tipo, cada pessoa na sua casa tem um setup de um jeito, e tem que adequar, com certeza um trabalhão. Bem, 100% é o que? É basicamente você passar por todos os mapas?
É 100% todas as fases, todas as fortalezas e as mãozinhas no mundo 9, no mundo 8, né? E os Hammer Bros no mapa.
Caramba!
Não precisa lá as casinhas do cogumelo, nem aquele joguinho da memória.
Muito bom. Verdade, você também pode pôr fogo em tartaruga, né? Coisa super pro-Ibama aí. Ele tá fazendo os mundos em ordem?
Sim, pega a ordem seguindo normal, não usa o Warp Pipe nem nada. O máximo que ele faz aí é variar um pouco a direção que ele tá indo pra matar os Hammer Bros mais cedo, já que eles ficam atrasando quando eles resolvem andar no mapa.
E alguém já fez a piada do Mario?
Eu espero que não.
I definitely.
Você sabe por que o Mario sabe nadar?
Didn't get nervous at all.
Não, conta pra gente.
Porque ele é marinho.
They don't actually have a hitbox on the spike until they throw it. So yeah, most people get really scared with that jump.
Tradução de Bard aqui pra colocar
Why is that allowed to happen?
And while Haxor was talking about all this really other stuff, he actually did some insane movement there. He spawned one of the...
Essa é bem ruim, velho. Essa é bem ruim. Daqui a pouco o Fire me arranca do server aqui. Hugo, você entrou faz 5 minutos e já fala essa piada.
Oh, good. This is not good.
O Hugo chegou on fire, cara.
No, that was... I've seen worse.
Yeah, that was just a jig, not a full ballroom dance, you know?
Yeah.
They didn't tango.
Nada é tão ruim que não possa piorar, é isso aí.
They try to move to a different spot, but if they both
vejo que muita gente educada, muita gente pessoal amor aí também. Muito obrigado, gente.
Notorious for the bros getting together and just hanging out for a while.
Mas diga aí, qual foi o primeiro jogo da série do Mario que vocês jogaram aí?
I think somebody has tasked
No meu caso foi esse. No meu caso foi esse aí. Meu primeiro mesmo foi Super Mario Bros 3, que eu jogava no... como é que chama? Aquele console, Phantom System, velho.
Cara, eu nunca nem tive um NES na real. Comecei no Super Nintendo a jogar videogame.
Não, eu sou mais velho. Eu tive Atari. Então... eu sei, denuncia.
Você não pode contar essas coisas online.
Ah lá, não sou o único. Já não sou o único. Ó, alguém mais também jogou esse aí no Phantom System.
I guess.
Grande parte começou por Super Mario World.
Yeah, I think Brosis got a movement of 61 in World 6 the other week, and that's the new on video record anyway that we have. Surprisingly,
Lemurium, isso é tudo.
World 6 and World 2 are usually the ones that.
Obrigado por me salvar, é o que eu posso dizer.
Yeah.
Alguém é mais velho do que eu no chat.
Né?
Cara, bem legal como ele tem usado os power-ups aí, né? Falando da run. Ele tem usado os power-ups basicamente como damage boost, né? Basicamente pra, tipo, vou aproveitar, vou tomar o dano aqui, correr pelo espinho e seguir. Bem bom.
Você sabe que você pode queimar o power-up ali, dá pra ganhar um tempo. E meu computador morreu. Não verei o que tá acontecendo na run por uns minutos.
Ó, ele tá correndo pra direita, tá? E aí ele tá pulando.
Ok.
Ele tá pulando, tá? E aí pulando. E aí ele tá correndo pra direita. Fica tranquilo, eu vou te guiando.
Tá beleza,
até você
me
voltar.
parece familiar essas coisas que você tá dizendo.
Fica tranquilo, eu te guio.
A short memory, but it's not that short.
We tried.
Tá, ó, agora ele tá correndo pra direita, tá? Ele voou um pouquinho, mas não, assim, não acostuma, não é muito.
Easy strat.
610 will be hyper this way.
Haven't you gotten that strat first try in GDQ before?
Ooh, I have actually in our race.
Yeah. Speaking of hot strats here.
Yo, let's go.
That nice 6'9" speed.
Ó, parece que ele seguiu o plano que o pessoal comentou no chat aí, ó. Ele pegou a flor de fogo aí, tá preparando um churrasco.
Everyone can see that and be like, yeah, I don't know what just happened.
Ó, bastante gente também, ó. Turbo Game.
Oh, yeah, that one's hard.
Atari, muito bom, gente. Vocês estão fazendo meu dia muito mais feliz.
You just press the buttons and Mario gets firepower and speed.
If you press the buttons right, I kind of went for it.
Did you actually go for it? I don't know.
I kind of went for it there.
That was a half attempt. Yeah.
Verdade. Como o Rafa falou, é a parte que eu perdi, ele continua correndo pra direita, tá?
Ah, sim.
I wanted to miss it over if I'm gonna miss it, you know what I mean?
I think what you've done though is you've played yourself into 7-7. We're seeing that clip, right? I mean, you played yourself into that point, you know?
I hope so. I hope we see that clip.
Final do World 6, hein?
O final do World 6 vai ter um negócio legal que é outro auto-scroller, né?
Deve ser. É esse mesmo. Ele já subiu aqui no barco, continua indo pra direita.
Is very important. Yep.
Tentando pôr fogo no barco sem sucesso.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, this is practice
Provavelmente esse
run right
barco.
here for World 7 airship, just for the record. This is your practice run.
Ok, temos imagens.
É madeira o barco, acho. Pode ser metal, pode ser outra coisa, mas enfim, ele tá tentando pôr fogo, mas não tá conseguindo. O fogo simplesmente ricocheteia. Eu achei que ele fosse correr ali.
Y'all rock. Let's make level 1 crit Sephiroth happen, which is a donation incentive that just opened for Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. Coming up in just a couple of games, you guys want to see the
É verdade, né? Deve ser madeira de gelo.
It's $70,000, but I mean it's Sephiroth. You want to see it. $100 from Adam the Feverish. Happy to give money for a
Eu
great
achei
cause
que ele ia pra esquerda ali, mas
during
não
this
rolou.
ad, so
Foi
why
só direita
not use
mesmo.
that to poor innocent frames? Put my $100 to saving those frames.
What? Debated.
Achei que teríamos uma reviravolta, mas.
$10 from Tabala.
Momento de inovação na série Mario.
During one of the many NES games that defined my childhood. Mad props to GDQ for hosting this marathon during this very strange and difficult time. Save the animals. And one more from Nemo.
Falando nisso, abriu aqui um incentivo novo, $75 mil para fazer a batalha contra o Sephiroth no level 1 no Critical Mode no final da run de Kingdom Hearts, hein?
Legal. Essa batalha é legal de ver. É o Kingdom Hearts, qual deles? O 2?
O 2 Final Mix.
2 Final Mix? Legal. A luta é legal. Eu não descansei, eu joguei Kingdom Hearts 2, inclusive foi o primeiro jogo que eu perdi completamente a noção do tempo jogando. É uma história engraçada, inclusive, não sei se eu já contei para o pessoal. Bem, ele tá tentando fazer um esquema de acumulando velocidade ali para fazer o... Opa, olha que clipe bonitinho. Nice.
O clipe ali.
The one to the left, so I think I moved over the subpixels I was looking for, actually.
And legit, when Glib says throw your head into the corner, that's legit how you...
Muita aula fazendo Mega Man 2 no meu Turbo Game. Olha só.
How do I get the 7-1 clip? I'm like, yeah, just...
Eu não matava a aula, eu deixava de almoçar. Eu saía da escola, ia pro fliperama em vez de almoçar e chegava em casa tipo 4 horas da tarde. Cadê você tava? Fui jogar. Lembro até hoje que eu terminei pela primeira vez o primeiro jogo de luta, que foi o Marvel Super Heroes, no dia do meu aniversário. Valeu. Bem, ele cortou ali pela parede, né? Lá atrás, ali onde tinha o cano, ele foi tentando conseguir velocidade ali, vindo e voltando, e conseguiu achar um pixel ali onde tinha uma abertura e passou por ela.
Se ele clipar na parede agachado e levantar, o jogo empurra ele pra dentro. E se não me engano, nesse jogo, toda vez que você é empurrado pra dentro de uma parede, o jogo te manda para a direita tanto quanto possível. Aí pra direita tanto quanto possível, você acaba caindo no final da fase.
Faz sentido. É um trick mesmo, não é bug. Interessante.
De fato, tudo isso pra ir pra direita ao invés de ir pra baixo.
É isso aí, eu gosto dele porque ele é um cara com foco. Interessante que não seja um bug. Interessante. Assim, eu lembro que os jogos de Mario tinham realmente muitos atalhos, muitas coisas. Então, tipo, ali pra mim pareceu, mas realmente, eu posso concordar plenamente que não é um bug ali. É que como eu e o Batosai já comentamos, né, a gente manja muito desse jogo. Assim, olha...
Sim, especialistas.
Ó, manja pra caramba.
actually apologize for you having to see this, because this is an absolute abomination, and you've had to see it twice this year if you watched AGDQ, so I'm really sorry for this.
There's 2 levels in World.
Então, a gente tava falando do incentivo de Kingdom Hearts, né? Então, Kingdom Hearts 2 foi o jogo que me fez perder a noção do tempo, assim, jogando completamente. Tipo, eu peguei o jogo, era no feriado de carnaval, eu tava de boa em casa, a esposa tinha viajado. Ah, vou jogar, né? Vou começar o Kingdom Hearts 2 e tal, né? Beleza. Ok. Fui e comecei a jogar, beleza. Banheiro de vez em quando, ok. Peguei uma coisa pra beliscar. Aí eu falei, pô, eu devia salvar, né? Isso é um RPG, pode ser que em algum momento vai dar ruim, né? Aí eu fui salvar, e aí na hora que eu salvei, o jogo me disse: você tem 15 horas e 1 minuto de jogo, ali na parte do save. Eu falei, o quê? 15 horas? Que horas são?
Que dia é hoje?
Foi nesse naipe, velho. Foi nesse naipe.
Glad to see such a wonderful event for such a good cause. My wife made a donation and I figured I should do the same. I work from home for the healthcare industry.
Foi um dos pouquíssimos jogos que eu fiz isso, assim, tipo, foi muito, tipo, do nada eu... Peraí, 15 horas? Esse jogo tá errado, aí você olha pra fora, tá tudo escuro. Aí não, tá não. Eu já fiz umas maratonas, assim, mas involuntariamente essa foi a maior, assim, de longe. Kingdom Hearts 2. O Oliver perguntou qual jogo que eu fiz isso? Kingdom Hearts 2. Não, se tivesse acabado ali, velho, tipo... Eu ia perder no meio do jogo, velho. Eu ia nem ter salvado.
Oh, wow.
O jogo é tão bom assim? Bom, pra mim, olha, foi, viu? Pra mim é um jogão. Não que Super Mario Bros 3 não seja, né? Mas se eu tiver que passar 15 horas jogando, com certeza eu passaria jogando Kingdom Hearts 2. Até porque eu já joguei muito Super Mario Bros 3, não tinha muitos jogos no Phantom System na época.
Surprisingly, there is a little bit of strategy in this stage. That's very subtle. Yeah. You saw him fly straight up.
Uma boa pergunta pra galera do chat. Pode falar.
Eu vi uma pergunta ali em algum ponto no chat perguntando o que era esse Road Piece da categoria do Super Mario Odyssey. Basicamente nessa categoria o objetivo é terminar o jogo e pegar um achievement chamado Road Piece, que a Toadette te dá. No geral, isso significa que você vai fazer cada reino só tipo, o mínimo possível para pegar as luas e passar pro próximo. Enquanto na rota do N%, na verdade, você conseguiria tipo, isso em 7 reinos ao invés dos 14 que precisa passar.
Então, basicamente, ele vai ter que fazer um low percent. É o equivalente de um low percent.
Mais ou menos, praticamente.
Ah, não. O World Peace é terminar o Odyssey.
É ao contrário, high percent, perdão.
Ah, é high percent? Ah. Tem que matar todos os chefes. Ah.
I'm sad to admit this. I've done that twice in marathons now. I've just like I never expect to get it like in the first few tries. Oh my God.
Mais pra bosses do que low percent. Muito obrigado, Fred. Muito obrigado.
Honestly, hate to see it.
You do hate to see. Just get me out. Just get me out. Hey, I got it, man.
E essa última fase do Mario lembra a gente que as ideias que as pessoas tiveram nos Kaisos não eram muito fora da realidade. Os caras fazem uma fase inteira de espinhos, velho, de plantas que comer ali, velho. Você é runner de beat'em up?
A culpa do Miyamoto desde sempre.
Sim,
fazer o clipe ali? Ou tentar?
Vamos ver ele tentar.
Aí.
Aê! Só que sim, os dois principais que eu corro mesmo de verdade é um só, né? Que é o Dungeons and Dragons Shadowrun Star. Os outros eu só arranho.
I've seen it. And you hate to see it.
You hate to see it. That's all you can say. You hate to see it.
That's the best thing that could have happened in this run, basically. I mean, based on how it's gone.
Possivelmente eu vou pegar o Streets of Rage 4 pra correr também.
Oh yeah, this stage is really tough too, by the way. I don't know. Keeping this fire. Yeah, no, easy. Just nailing it.
That was pretty.
Yeah, that stage
O Sword Record do Star? Sim, porque só eu joguei na categoria que eu joguei. Então, assim, mas não conta muito, não.
O melhor tipo de World Record é esse.
Não, assim, tipo, ele até é otimizadinho, é bonitinho e tal, mas... Podia ser melhor? Podia. Mas não sem competição é complicado, né? Mas mais gente na mesma categoria que eu...
Good job, Haxor.
Alright, this is it though. This is it.
O que importa é ser o primeiro? Mais ou menos, né? Mais ou menos. Ser o primeiro de um não conta muito, né? Um negócio que só você disputou. Legal essa World Record da tabela de Celeste, que tem, tipo, sei lá, 1.000 e tantas pessoas. Ou do Odyssey, que tem, tipo, quase 2.000 pessoas nas categorias. A categoria que eu faço é de clérigo, 100%.
$50 from DLR Firefly. One time I saw a ghost.
O segundo de 2, aí você realmente tá fazendo na missão, né?
Even the donations are trolling me. Jeez.
$100 from Dr. Spachimman, and he leaves no comment. But you know what? We got a lot of those.
Mas o D&D é complicado. Dificilmente eu vou voltar pra ele, porque... Imagina você jogar um jogo de luta pesado em comandos, tipo The King of Fighters, assim, da vida. Só que o round dura 30 minutos.
We've got $100 from Cassie, no
comment. O braço cansa, né?
$500 from Hands Blue, no comment. $500 from Anonymous and $500 from a second Anonymous, all no comment, but thank you guys so much. $100 from James exclamation point, who says James with an exclamation point on the end. $500 from Anonymous. $500 from Hiro Space Mountain, who has my favorite name ever. $500 from Anonymous. $25 from Dr. Nilly 007, who says cool.
Se tem o World Record no meu link, dá pra pesquisar na speedrun.com. Não quero poluir de link o chat aqui, mas tem lá, se procurar o jogo lá, Dungeons and Dragons, tem o jogo lá e tem as categorias, tem até outro cara que corre com outros personagens. Aí tem lá.
$1,000 from another anonymous donator. $100 from a goose who says honk. $5 from Starlight Blaze. Good luck and stay safe, everyone. $50 from Maleficent. Hacks are getting past World 3? I couldn't help but donate.
Eu não sei se ainda... Acho que no meu canal ainda tem o World Record. O link do canal é o mesmo do link que tá aqui na transmissão. É que esse D&D é um beat'em up, Rick. Ele é um beat'em up, tem os elementos de RPG, mas ele é primariamente um beat'em up. Ele é mais de boa do que, por exemplo, a série Baldur's Gate.
Amazing.
Eu gostei da barba desse rei, hein? Bonitinha, redondinha, aparadinha. A gente não tá podendo ter barba agora, né? Por causa do... Tem que tirar, né? Manter muito limpinha. A barba do rei ali tava vistosa, bonitinha.
This was another interesting decision by Miyamoto here. It's like, hey, you know all those awesome short, really fun levels with lots of jumping and platforming? You know what? Forget all that.
Agora que eu percebi que eu tô comentando pelo feed da SpeedrunsBrasil, que eu não deveria. Sou um gênio. Eu clico no palco pro chat conversando aqui, aí eu tô olhando pra tela, né? Agora sim, não vou estar mais tão atrasado.
Oh my gosh, they're so hard with the power glove.
Aí o Bowser mostrando sua coleção de tanques de guerra.
Like going back and forth. You can't just neutral the power glove. It's like impossible. When is your power glove run coming, Haxor? That's a free SMB3 record out
maybe
there to take.
Around.
Yeah. You gotta beat any percent in 4.5 hours.
Around never.
I'll set my calendar. Already done.
I've been asked, when are you gonna do
Isso é no Super Nintendo? Não, o jogo é de Nintendinho. NES, né? Inclusive, gente, se vier perguntas aí, fique à vontade, porque essa fase é literalmente um auto-scroller aqui.
It was very entertaining.
A ton of fun to watch.
I enjoyed it too, except for the the stress it legit.
Mas o Bowser deve ser rico, né? Tem um exército, tem tanques, tem aviões, navios. Na Speedrun, a versão de Super NES entra na mesma categoria? Não, Oliver. Eles são separados por jogos mesmo. Entendi isso de que ano? Cara, se a memória não me falha, final dos anos 80. Porque o primeiro Super Mario Bros. Acho que é 88. Eu vou até pesquisar aqui.
I have been through this before. It's the blood of Bowser's enemies.
Makes sense. I don't know why they brought
that is my
blood,
theory.
but,
that is my personal theory.
True, yes.
Ó, o primeiro Mario Bros. É de 83. Certo? Mas ele era pro Atari ainda. Então, sim, tinha versões de Atari pra ele.
Like a river, but it's actually
waves that are on it because lakes have a lot of motion in them. Oh, that's the boat. Okay.
That's the boat.
Pode ver que até o próprio Mario Bros 3 é de 1990, tá aqui na tela mesmo. Então, tipo, o Nintendinho era dessa época mesmo, final da década de 80 e começo da de 90.
Yeah, he's not drinking it to gain life or anything. He's just collecting it. It's not weird.
He's just kidnapping women of the Mushroom Kingdom. He's not weird,
He's just collecting it for intimidation. Technically true, you know, but...
Achava essa fase tão difícil quando eles passavam nadando por baixo. Meu, Strax, velho. Só os Stones.
Eu acho uma Strax válida. Safe stretch.
My lake of blood, you know?
Wow, no hand one.
You see, Haxor, entering into the stage there, it is actually faster to enter the stage of the hands other than getting grabbed, but unlike other categories, you only save about 1.5 seconds each hand you skip, as opposed to 25 to 30 seconds for any other category that has to just skip over them.
You would think the actual stages are the toughest part of the hands, but it's actually the vertical pipe at the end.
Yeah, vertical pipes, how do they work?
Ah lá, o povo, todo mundo manja das stretch aí, ó.
Proud of you.
I made the up pipe. Alright, Pooh, close your eyes.
No hands! What a gamer.
Wow, second try, 7-7, no hands.
Lembrando que essa edição da GDQ especial é pra Direct Relief, né? Tem o texto oficial, mas a gente tem que pegar. Vocês estão assistindo a retransmissão oficial da Corona Relief Don't Squeak, que é uma maratona para arrecadar fundos para ajudar a Direct Relief a cuidar da situação com o coronavírus que a gente está vivendo hoje.
Ready to mess up your day. They're actually like perfectly spaced out to throw one ahead of you and behind you. Actually, it's a really devious stage.
A galera já tá ligada no meme do oficial, isso aí.
Yeah, if you're not killing the rocky wrenches, you're gonna have a bad time.
This is still scary in speedrunning. I can't tell you how many times I've just lost a power up in here.
I mean, if you look to your left, you'll see where Karua died in the SGDQ2017 relay.
Oof.
O Autosai tá por aí?
Eu tô vivo. Dificuldades técnicas aqui com o meu microfone, mas eu acho que agora tá funcionando.
Beleza, beleza. Eu tenho uma pergunta importante pra você.
Fala.
Se na nuvem do Goku ele pode subir porque ele é bonzinho, então quer dizer que o Lakitu é bonzinho e por consequência o Mario é mau?
A gente sempre soube que o Mario é mau, ele assassina tartarugas, cara.
Faz todo sentido.
Tá vendo?
Faz todo sentido.
Yeah. So, yeah, go ahead.
So no, you tell Glib. No, you tell Glib. You can tell us.
Was on the most insane.
Como vocês podem ver, um dos primeiros vilões das histórias dos games aí, o Mario.
And took an unfortunate death at the end of
Todo mundo nem sabia, mas joga com anti-herói aí.
Nobody has ever been on a pace that
fast.
And this was like years ago, despite all the new strats. There's still a bet out there for another runner of this game, Lasso42, to play SMW Lunar Dragons if anybody ever beats that pace. But the current world record holder, Mitch Flowerpower, did this real cool strat where he didn't die in 8-1. It's nuts. Nobody had seen it before. Changed the game.
I think my favorite part about that whole situation was anytime anyone got second place in 100%, the Discord.
Ele trata com o Donkey Kong, olha lá, vários relatos aí. Só tem que fazer um relatório pro Ibama aí. Até o sol tá puto com o Mario, pelo visto. Realmente. Deveriam colocar o Bowser pra você jogar, né? Que você joga com o herói, né?
Exato.
Você fica tentando impedir o cara.
O pessoal acha que Super Mario RPG foi inovador porque deixava você jogar com o Bowser, que era o vilão. Pelo contrário, foi a primeira chance de jogar com o herói.
Way nicer.
Oh yeah.
Way nicer now.
Way nicer now.
Please run our video game. I promise we're nice.
Yeah, no, actually the community is really great. People are really helpful.
It is really great.
If you have questions and
também, olha como era maravilhoso os jogos antigos, né? A gente repara, tipo, quanto eles conseguiam fazer com tão pouco, né? Tipo, estamos aí vendo o jogo e tal, e as portas é tipo uma mudança de cor no sprite. O cara passa uma demão de 2 pixels de cor ali, ó, isso aqui é uma porta. E a gente entende perfeitamente. O cara vai lá no Paint, clica no quadradinho, põe um em cima do outro. Aqui, ó. Tem uma porta. Vai ocupar quase nada de espaço na memória. Tá resolvido. Porque grande parte das coisas que tinham naquela época era por limitação gráfica, né? E é muito legal ver o que os caras conseguiam fazer com isso, né?
Cara, eu fiquei muito impressionado quando eu descobri que o sprite da grama e o sprite da nuvem era o mesmo, só que com a cor diferente.
Tá vendo? Olha lá.
Foi tipo uma coisa que mudou minha vida.
Os programadores raiz eram muito top, velho.
$25 from Dargon, who says, "Thanks to Haxer for running the game that made my childhood. Stay safe and stay hydrated, everyone. Also, in regards to the animals, save the frames, burninate the animals."
My man.
$25 from Actuarial Hero. Even an actuary couldn't have predicted Haxer's mortality.
Olha, a origem dos slow motion nos games é por isso também.
$10 from T. Latshaw.
E acabou virando recurso, né? Se for verdade, isso acabou virando recurso.
Save the animals.
Muito legal.
Alright.
O KM Treco, só avisando, viu? O Next Game não é na Metroid, não. Entrou um incentivo aí, vai ter Super Mario Odyssey.
Ah, nice. Então vai ser Odyssey e depois o Super Metroid.
Depois o Metroid. Ele fez o clipe ali que é fácil. Esse clipe nessa fase até eu consigo fazer.
Nice strat here to keep your P-speed in this room. Nobody ever messes this one up. And he's 35 fireballs for victory.
Tem jogos por incentivo? Acho que deve ser o último, né? O Odyssey.
Me parece que é, deixa eu confirmar aqui.
Acho que abriu mais um, não foi?
Mas abriu. O Kingdom Hearts já vai ter, abriu um incentivo pra ter a batalha extra contra o Sephiroth.
Ah, tá. Então beleza. Então por enquanto só.
Faz bônus game.
Olha, 75 mil. Ousado.
Ousado.
Yeah. We made you do so many stupid things, and you just clipped it.
That was great. That was a great run.
E é isso aí, GG. Parabéns aí pro The Hexer. Manja muito como ir pra direita e pular.
Eu ouvi dizer que ele até vai pra esquerda de vez em quando e consegue.
Caraca. Aí sim.
You know, I love doing this. I love entertaining.
Não, mas a gente tá brincando, mas, cara, com certeza o nível de precisão necessário para esse jogo é uma coisa fantástica.
Cara, Super Mario Bros 3 é muito competitivo.
Sim.
É pra poucos.
Shout out to the Mario 3 community. Shout out to Mitch, who invented most of these strats that I'm doing, particularly the new.
Essa é a pitch? Eu espero que sim, senão o Luigi vai ter uma notícia.
Other than that, I don't really have anything else. What, you guys have anything?
Hey, thanks for letting us be idiots.
Qual é o WR desse Mario? Nessa categoria é 1 hora, 10 minutos e 3 segundos.
Caraca, o cara fez um tempo
pelo Meat Flower Power.
O 14 é bem bom, velho.
Considerando ele morreu lá no 5-9, mais de uma vez na real, perdeu tempo com o RNG dos Hammer Bros. Ainda assim, tempo bem competitivo na real.
Sim, é aquela coisa, né? Maratona, gente. Tipo, única tentativa, a pressão de ter muita gente assistindo. Olha, mandou muito.
I couldn't have done it without you guys, really.
And shout outs to all the people on tech putting this together. This has got to be the most crazy marathon ever assembled, and huge shout outs to everybody for putting this together. It's been great.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I guess we'll send it back to cartridge blowers with more donations, I'd imagine, or a break, I guess.
É a Daisy, com certeza? Vocês estão falando. A gente acredita.
Indeed, send it back to me. Jack, give him one more virtual round of